So apparently Atticus's supposed father has the book that they looking for, that Courtney found before he passed. This is how the episode opens. So now he's supposedly burning the book, but I don't think that's gonna work. And he says it smells like Tulsa. I don't even want to read the description on the side. I'm like, I want to be like just in the moment. Okay, so we have the heifer in the old silver Bentley and Rihanna playing with the Have My Money song. Oh, snap! So she pull up to Journey's house, and girl, there's a magic curtain. She was about to barge in. That magic said, bonk, honk, 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 bonk. You shall not pass. Girl, that's what it said. Again, Daft T. So she tell him, girl, you know Atticus tried to shoot me. And Journey like, I wish he had. You know what? I'ma help him with his aim, but okay, I'm Molly in danger, girl, and he gonna get me killed. Journey said, look, you may have given me the money, but get off my property, because I got the deed, heifer. So Hippolyta got the mechanical model of the, that planetarium thing that the heifer was talking about to Journey. So Journey run over to the library and confront Atticus. You tried to kill that heifer? He said, look, I tried to kill her, but you know that she put a spell on me. Atticus said, look, I think Christina used me as a Trojan horse to kill that pappy. That pappy. So Journey tell him, yeah, that heifer told me that the planetarium was in the house, but I can't find it. And he said, yeah, I heard about them booby trap pages that we can't get to either. So child, Journey bring up his pappy, and then he get into an argument with her and say, go home. So she storm off. So now Atticus goes to a bar and sees his pappy and Journey having a meeting. So the pappy slips up and says, we got one gunning for us. Do we want the other 34? Atticus said, well, how do you know there are 34 lodges? So he says he ain't gonna help him. And Journey is like, you really gonna let him chase his tail looking for answers you already have? So he says, all right, I know where to find the vault. You got family in Boston, right? So now we got the Bentley heifer playing hide and seek with some kids, and the Popo walk up to her. Oh, this ain't the Popo, it's the order. So they bring her to the cat, and he says, what are you doing here unannounced? She says, I went by the Winthrop house, and she was there looking for the key to the time machine. Child, Atticus and Journey is arguing, but they ain't arguing. So the father that messed up and accidentally invited Hippolyta and her daughter, so now it's a family road trip. Oh, and now they get another stray. So now we're at the museum looking for the hidden library. And the stray trying to flirt with Journey, but she ain't having it. So now the stray tells Atticus that his father's hanging out with the sissy Sammy. So the dad comes up after the stray leaves and says the security guard will let us in the back tonight to scour the place. But now we got the blonde heifer in the Bentley. And she walk into a house and her blonde friend walk out with somebody watching them from a car. And he sees them. He walking right up to the car. He whooped their ass with the quickness. So now we're back in the museum after closing time. So they think the door is in the statue. So as they look for it, the moonlight shows them the way, bouncing off walls and hitting on shiny alligator teeth. So they open the door and they find a secret tunnel. Actually, 3 secret tunnels. And there's a warning, beware the path, the tide will rise. Atticus said, we need the map. Journey, get her smash on. Girl, you couldn't have tried to pick the lock a little bit, put it back where it belonged. So now Letty joins them. And the pappy gets down there too. So the pappy and Journey figure out that it should be the 3rd tunnel. Atticus ain't sure about it, but he go on with it. Meanwhile, across town, we've got Journey's sister singing at a bar. And now the white guy from the Bentley shows up at her bar, paying her tab. So he gonna offer the sister something that can change her life. But what? Back in the tunnel, they've been walking 20 minutes, but ain't found nothing. Lord, so they come to the mouth of this tunnel, and it's a giant cave with a thin plane, and it goes into the abyss. Lord, this is like the episode of Family Matters where Urkel was on the tightrope when he was drunk. Everybody do the Urkel dance. You remember. Who was it? Was it Rachel that went to go get him? Okay, so something happens and Letty disappears. Oh, there's a big, slicing pendulum. Oh, Raiders of the Lost Ark tea. Oh God, now the wood is disintegrating magically. So now the father gotta hurry up and jump. Lord, don't fall. And then we still got this pendulum. Oh goodness, so they make it to the other side and they've got a Tetris type puzzle they gotta put together, pushing all these different buttons like their name is so, and they work in a button factory. They have a wife and 2 children. And one day their boss said to them, they open it just in time and end up in a cave with ankle high water. I don't know about that ankle high. Uh-oh, that water rising, I knew it. That tide, ankle. Stacey Dash looks like an ankle. So now they have an hour to find the pages before they drown because it's low tide. So back at the bar, the white man and the sister still drinking and she whining about Letty. Lord, now they gon' fuck. On the stairs? Back in the cave, the water's chest high. Chest. Atticus wants to know how his pappy knows so much about the sons of Adam. And how did you know the combination? So he says, well, George gave me the bylaws. Oh God, he read it and he burned it. He really burned it. Ugh. Meanwhile, while they having this argument, Journey finds a floating dead body that's one of her neighbors who went missing. Oh, is this connected to the Heasy? The Winthrop Heasy, that is. Okay, so there's an elevator. I bet you this gonna take them to their house. It's her elevator. And that was the racist that got killed. Child, he tell them to get in the elevator. It's too dangerous. She said, I died. This is happening to me too. I want answers. Okay, so Journey finds another door with an arm sticking out of it. Oh, somebody had the wrong key and it took their arm. I guess they had to cut it off to get free. So Atticus uses the ring from the sons of Adam. I guess he's got the power. Yeah, it cuts him, but the blood matches and you see the door light up. So the door opens and now they're in a room where a bunch of Native Americans were having some type of feast, but they all are just skeletons now. Looks like they found the pages in a dead guy's hand. Bet you there's a booby trap. Oh Lord, the skeleton, get up. I told you, trap. I suggest while the ghost is doing all the you grab the papers and run. Cause I'm like, all this interpretive dance, I'm just waiting for the leg to get up. Is this P-Valley? Is this death popping its pussy? Oh, she turned fleshy and now we got a naked Native woman in front of us. Cover them breasts. Oh! She got a penis! I was not expecting that. They pulled out, you're like, wait, what? Is that a prosthesis? Oh my God. HBO, you need your ass whooped. I'm putting this on Twitter. This native person asks, where is Titus? And Atticus is like, he's been dead for over a century. And apparently Atticus can understand her language. The pappy gonna ask, what are you? Who are you? Yahim. So she tells the story of how he, was looking for the book and she thought he was cool, but colonizers. So she said, you may not be guilty of your forefathers' sins, but I don't know your spirit. I ain't helping you. Now the pappy go to swipe the pages. Oh, and now the water comes in because this is a ship. So now everybody runs out, even the native one. So we swim to the elevator because elevators work in water. Child, the pages almost got away, but we made it. Child, Journey and Atticus get to kissing. Oh Lord, now the native heifer starts screaming and it's one of them banshee teas, everybody covering their ears. Atticus knock her out to quiet her down. Meanwhile, across town, Hippolyta's driving home. So the mama sees the daughter drawing on the dad's atlas and she's like, where did he go? And she sees Devon County. And child, they are off to get answers. Back at the house, the native woman done calmed down. And come to. Oh, he turned her into a siren so she can't speak if she escapes. What? So the father's supposed to teach her English and he kills her? And that's where it ends? All right. Don't grab my pussy. Don't grab my pussy.
I'm your cameraman. I don't want to be anything more to you. I swear, don't grab my pussy. I'm not attracted to you. You look like Yoda and the God.